5 months. That's how long it took BYD to completely replace a brand new car. Guys, that's kind of insane. The Seal 07 EV, it launched in China back in March. On the 7th of August, an all-new Seal 07 appeared in China's government filings. And this is not a facelift, this is not an update. It's an entirely new car with a new design, new motors, new technology. No legacy automaker on earth can move like this, and the reason BYD is doing it tells you everything about how brutal the Chinese market has actually become. But I don't know if this is a good thing. I mean, me personally, if I bought a brand new car and then 7 months later there was a new version, I think I might be a little bit annoyed. Anyway, let's start with what's coming. The all-new Seal 07 adopts the design language of the recently launched Seal 08 flagship. It has split headlights with thin marine-inspired LED running lights, a slope bonnet, semi-hidden door handles, and a full-width taillight. It also gets a roof-mounted LiDAR, running BYD's DiPilot 5.0 assisted driving system with Navigate on autopilot functionality. This is flagship hardware trickling down to the more affordable BYD cars. It's a genuinely big car too as well, guys. This car is longer than 5 meters. The new Seal 07 measures 5,080 millimeters long, nearly 2 meters wide, 1,960 millimeters, and it has a 2,960 millimeter wheelbase, so like a 3 meter wheelbase. That means it's 85 millimeters longer and 50 millimeters wider than the car it replaces, making it now a large premium sedan. Curb weight is, for this size, not bad, between 1,960 and 2,060 kilograms, depending on the powertrain. So that's pretty impressive. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below. We have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. It sits on 18 or 19-inch wheels. The reason for the smaller wheels primarily comes down to getting more range. The filings reveal 2 rear motor options. The entry car gets 245 kilowatts. The top spec version gets 300 kilowatts. Top speed is 240 kilometers per hour. 2 LFP battery options. The new Blade battery version 2 is obviously in this vehicle. The short blade battery, not the long blade battery. Here's what we can infer from the outgoing model. The car's second generation blade battery, it's a 69 kilowatt lithium iron phosphate battery with 1,500 kilowatt flash charging, doing 10 to 70% battery charge in 5 minutes, 10 to 80% in 6 minutes. So the new car gets that same flash charging, but it looks like it's getting a bigger battery pack. So the range is going to be around 710 kilometers approximately. Now here's the part nobody else is talking about. Why would BYD replace a 5-month-old car? Well, because the current Seal 07 EV flopped. It was a complete sales disaster. They sold 627 units in China in June. Now think about that. A car with 5-minute flash charging, second generation blade battery, a starting price under 35,000 Australian dollars, that's around 23,000 US dollars, couldn't find buyers because the Chinese market is so ferociously competitive that even great cars die if the design doesn't land. So instead of discounting it into oblivion, BYD built a better one, a better looking one within 5 months. That's the real story. BYD is developing and homologating complete replacement vehicles faster than legacy automakers approve a headlight revision. I don't know how this is, well, I was going to say I don't know how this is possible, but we do know how it's possible. They've got more engineers than any other company in the world. So when a product misses, they don't spend 3 years on a mid-cycle refresh. They replace it before most competitors would have finished their market research. And that speed is a weapon, and it's exactly why many rivals are losing sleep. Will this one come to Australia? The standard BYD Seal has sold in the thousands here, but its sales are declining now because it's kind of old in comparison to the technology that's available in China. Well, it actually is old in comparison. A larger, wider premium sedan with a flagship design, LiDAR and flash charging would be a really good replacement. Now, pricing will rise over the existing car if it does come, but I mean, I think if you think about it, if it's going to be a Toyota Camry type price, it'll sell really well, and it really could be. It's based on the price that it is in China. It's probably going to come in Toyota Camry price. I mean, who would buy a Toyota Camry in their right mind when this is the alternative? Guys, let me know in the comments, would you take this over a Tesla Model 3 or a Toyota Camry? I'm Sam Evans, the Electric Viking. Please subscribe to the channel because that helps the algorithms and it helps get this content to more people. Thanks for your assistance there, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description.